you are talking about a static fluid. When the fluid is at rest, static fluid in the sense when the fluid is at rest. So you are considering the various forces when the fluid is at rest. That is nothing but your hydrostatic forces. So in the hydrostatic forces, what about your velocity gradient? The velocity gradient is the because velocity gradient is rate of change of velocity with respect to distance y. So the velocity gradient will be equal to 0 because this fluid is static, and hence the shear stress tau is equal to mu into dou u by dy is equal to 0 is again there is no shear stress. Shear stress becomes 0. Now what are the forces is acting? So the pressure force acting normal to the surface and the other one is force due to gravity of fluid particles. So these are the two things which you can see in case of hydrostatic forces. So here in the pressure forces, like what are the various surfaces we are going to consider? Various surfaces in the sense either it can be a vertical surface, horizontal surface, inclined surface, curved surface, or the various types of surface which we are going to consider to find out the hydrostatic forces. Okay, now we will so when we are talking about hydrostatic forces, we are going to see what are the four pressures. Right, I'll tell you. Okay, so here we are going to discuss in the hydrostatic forces. The first one is what? There are two things we are going to discuss. One is total pressure and center of pressure. So, what is a total pressure? When you are talking about total pressure is the pressure which is defined as the force exerted by the static fluid on the surface, either on plane or curved surface, when the fluid comes in contact with the surfaces. And this force is always acting normal to the surface. Suppose if this is your surface, the pressure force, total pressure is nothing but the pressure which is acting on the fluid surface because of the static fluid. Suppose if this is your fluid, and this is going to be your surface. then whatever is the pressure which is acting on this surface is nothing but your total pressure, and this force always acts normal to the surface. And now what about center of pressure? So center of pressure will be the point of application of total pressure. So you are applying this total pressure, this point of application of total pressure on the surface. So this total force is acting at one particular point. This point is called your center of pressure. So total pressure, which is actually, this total pressure is going to act at one particular point at which you are having the entire total pressure which is acting on the surface, and that is nothing but your center of pressure. And how we are going to determine the center of pressure? There are 4 cases of center of pressure. One is vertical plane surface, horizontal plane surface, inclined plane surface, and curved surfaces. These are the 4 categories for which you are going to consider the center of pressure. Okay. So now you understood. So because of the static fluid, like this is the fluid, this is the fluid, it is that this is going to be your surface, and the surface can be either vertical, horizontal. This is horizontal. If it is vertical, it will be like this. Surface is vertical, and if it is inclined, the surface is inclined with respect to inclination, and if it is curved, the surface will be curved, or it can be circular. So any type of these things could be used for these 4 categories. So this is what we are going to discuss in the next thing. So here, let us consider the first case. So first case is nothing but your vertical plane surface. You are going to consider what is the total pressure at the center of pressure which is acting on the vertical plane surface. So for vertical plane surface, you are considering this is the free surface of the liquid. You can see the free surface of the liquid, and this is the vertical surface.
Sir, I don't want to business, sir. So, primary business. Okay.
So here you can consider the vertical plane surface, so which is of any arbitrary shape and which is submerged in liquid. And here let us consider, let A be the total area of the total surface area of the vertical plane, and your GH is the distance. This is the H. H is the distance of center of gravity of this area from the surface of the liquid. So that is going to be why we are going to consider this is going to be your plane surface, and we are going to consider what you are actually, this H is the center of gravity, distance of center of gravity from the free surface, and your G is the H is the distance of center of gravity of the area from the free surface. and G is the center of gravity of the plane surface. Okay, so there is a difference between H and G. H is actually the distance of center of gravity from the free surface of the liquid, and your G is the center of gravity of this plane surface alone. And let us consider that P is the center of pressure which is going to act on this surface, and your H star is the distance of center of pressure from the free surface of the liquid. So we are going to estimate P as well as H star is what we are going to find. So P is the total pressure and H star is the center of pressure, distance of center of pressure from the free surface. So here, now you consider this diagram. So this is going to be your arbitrary plane surface, and here what you are going to consider, the total pressure on the surface is determined by dividing the entire surface into number of small strips. You are considering a small strip here, and let us consider the force on the strip is calculated by calculating the total pressure which is acting on the whole area by integrating this force. So if you are able to find whatever the force which is acting on this small strip, if you are integrating over this entire area, then you will be getting the total force on the surface. Okay. Now consider the strip of thickness DH and which is of width B. The surface is width B, and this is width of the small strip which you are considering. So DH is the thickness, B is the width, and which is at a depth of small h from the free surface of the liquid. Okay. Now what is the pressure intensity of the strip? So what is the pressure intensity of the strip will be? So here, so the pressure intensity is, you are going to consider this portion. Now for this pressure intensity, this will be rho G into H. So rho G H, you know, hydrostatic pressure force. So rho into G into H is the this head from the free surface. So that is going to be your pressure intensity of the small strip. Now what is the area of the small strip? Area dA is nothing but where B is the width, DH is the thickness. So B into DH. Now what is the total pressure force of the small strip will be? DF is equal to P into dA. So if you rho GH into B into DH. Now what is the total pressure force on this entire surface? So now you know what is the individual surface. Now the entire surface will be F is equal to integration of dF. So integration of dF, integration of rho GH into B into DH. Now rho G into integration of BH into DH. So here B integration of BH into DH is nothing but you can write BH is H multiplied by B into DH is nothing but dA. So B into DH replacing by dA. So integration of H into dA. So what is this integration of H into dA? Moment of, this is moment of surface area about free surface. Moment of surface area about free surface. And what is that actually? Moment of surface area is area of the surface into distance of center of gravity. So area of the surface multiplied by distance of center of gravity from the free surface. Now this area of surface is capital A. And distance of center of gravity is h bar. So what you can get, F is equal to rho G is already there, rho G into, now this portion integration of BH into DH is replaced by A into h bar. So now you'll be getting, this is the equation of a total pressure force. So pressure force is nothing but F is equal to rho G A into h bar. So for water, normally you know what is density of water and acceleration. You know what is the acceleration due to gravity. Okay. Now this is about your center of pressure. Now you calculate what is your center of pressure. Whatever you have calculated is total pressure. Now we will be calculating what is your center of pressure. So center of pressure, if you are taking here, what we will be having is So here, you know the definition for center of pressure. Center of pressure is usually is calculated. How you are calculating the center of pressure? It is by using principle of moments. So by principle of moments, which means that whatever the resultant force about the axis, which is acting about the axis and equal to the sum of the moments of the components about the same axis. So the total, the general meaning of center of pressure is the whatever the total pressure which is acting at one particular point, and the total pressure is going to act at a particular point on the surface. That is what you are going to calculate. This H star is nothing but your center of pressure, which you are going to find out. So how we are going to calculate this? By calculating the principle of moments. By calculating the principle of moments, which states that the moment of resultant force about an axis is equal to the sum of the moments of the components about the same axis. So how we can estimate that the resultant force F is acting at P. So you know this is the resultant force which is acting at this point P. And at a distance of H star. So this is what your P is, which is acting at a distance of H star. And hence the moment of this force F about the free surface. This is about the free surface of the liquid, which will be equivalent to F into H star. So F into H star is moment of the force F with reference to free surface. Now this moment force, the dF, small df acting on the strip about the free surface, that is moment of force dF is for the strip. If you are taking, then that will be is equal to dF into H, because dF is the force which is acting on the strip multiplied by H is the distance from the free surface. So that is going to be dF into H. Now what is this dF into H? dF is rho g H. Here is what is your dF. So substituting here rho g into H into d into dH. Now sum of the moments of all these forces about the free surface. So you are going to consider only with reference to free surface. So sum of these moments of all the forces about the free surface we are taking. Then you have to integrate. You have to integrate this. So rho g H into B into H into dH. You are going to integrate. Then in that case, rho g we are taking out. Then rho BH into DH into DH. So rho g if you are taking out, so what you'll be having is DH into H. You'll be having BH square into DH. So again rho g into integration of H square into dA. What is the H is B, because B into DH you can write it as dA. So this DH square B into H square into DH. So you can write B into DH replace with dA. So we will be having H square into H square into dA. Now B integration of H square into dA is nothing but integration of B into H square into dH. Same thing. So what is this meaning of this? Moment of inertia of surface about the free surface of the liquid. So with that moment of inertia is nothing but your I naught, H square into dA. So that is going to be your I naught. So the sum of the moments, then sum of these moments will be is equal to rho g into I naught. Okay. So now you are equating this 3.2 and 3.2 is nothing but this one. Now we are equating 3.2 F into H star. That is equivalent to this rho G into I naught, because this is sum of the moments about free surface, and this is again sum of the moment about free surface. So both are going to be same. Equation number 3.2 and equation number 3.3 both are same, and hence you are equating here, and you will be getting F into H star is equal to rho G into I naught. Now F is equal to rho G into A into H bar, because how we are getting this is according to force. This is the equation, right? Total pressure force is nothing but this is your total pressure. Already you have estimated total pressure is F is equal to rho G into A into H bar. Now rho G into A into H bar is nothing but your F multiplied by H star is equal to rho G into I naught. Now you are cancelling your rho G and rho G both the sides. So we will be having H star is equal to I naught by A into H bar. So this is what you are going to have ultimately. I naught by A into H bar. But what is the parallel axis theorem? This is moment of inertia about the free surface. But according to parallel axis theorem, the moment of inertia about an axis passing through center of gravity and parallel to the free surface is nothing but a Ig. So substituting for equation I naught in this here, so we'll be getting I naught is equal to Ig plus A into H bar square, because I naught is nothing but your moment of inertia about the free surface. But I naught you can rewrite, you can write by using parallel axis theorem. So here now according to parallel axis theorem, what you can have is I naught is equal to Ig plus A into H bar square. So here we will be substituting for Ig plus A H bar square is equal to, so if you are substituting, what you will be getting is Ig plus, so you are going to substitute for Ig, I naught here in this equation. So H star becomes Ig plus A into H bar square divided by A into H bar. So you will be getting Ig by A H bar, and the H bar will get cancelled. So you will be getting only this A also get cancelled. So we will be getting only H bar. So this is going to be your final equation. H star is equal to, this is the center of gravity, center of pressure, Ig divided by A into H bar plus H bar is going to be your center of pressure. Okay, it's going to be your center of pressure. Similarly, total pressure is equal to F is equal to rho G A into H bar. So these are the equations which we are going to use for finding the total pressure and the center of pressure for various surfaces. Okay, this is for a vertical plane surface which we have seen the discussions now. Now, is the screen is visible? Is the screen visible to you, Sudarshan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now these are the moments of inertia which you might have studied in your school itself. Moments of inertia of various geometric of different plane surfaces. And we can see this is for a rectangle. For rectangle, you can see for rectangular surface. And your center of this is with respect to B and D as the cross section mean width and depth, and the x is the central distance from the center of gravity from the base. Then x is equal to d by 2 from the base. Then area is BD, and the moment of inertia about an axis passing through CG is nothing but IG, right? And it is parallel to the base. So this IG is equal to BD cube by 12 for a rectangular surface. And moment of inertia passing through base about with respect to base is BD cube by 3. Okay. Now similarly for triangle, B is the base and H is the height, and X is the distance from the base, and G is the center of gravity. Then this X is nothing but H by 3. And of BH is the area of the triangle, BH of BH. And your moment of inertia about an axis passing through center of gravity is BH cube by 36. So IG will be, ICG will be BH cube by 36. And moment of inertia about the base will be BH cube by 12. If it is with reference to this base, this will be BH cube by 12. Okay. And now, similarly for other plane surfaces like circle and trapezium, you take circle, x is equal to d is the diameter of the circle and x is the distance from the one side of the base. Suppose you are taking the base of the circle, then the g is the center of gravity, then x is equal to d by 2. And area will be pi d square by 4. Then moment of inertia about an axis which is passing through CG and parallel to base is nothing but pi d power 4 by 64. And there is no base here, that this is not applicable. And similarly, if you take trapezium if you take, then this is B and X and H. H is the height of this, and small a and the B is the top and the base bottom surface length of trapezium. Then your X is equal to 2a plus B divided by a plus B into H by 3. And you know what is the area of the trapezium is a plus B by 2 into H. And the moment of inertia passing through CG will be a square plus 4ab plus b square divided by 36 into a plus b into h. Okay, so this is about the various center of gravity, moment of inertia and the center of gravities of various plane surfaces. We need these things also. Like now you consider this problem. One problem, determine the total pressure on the, maybe you can discuss this in the whiteboard. So now here you can see, determine the total pressure on a circular plate of diameter. So the diameter of the circular plate is 1.5 meter and it is placed vertically in water in such a way that the center of the plate is, this is the center of the plate, which is 3 meter below the surface. Find the position of center of pressure also, because center of gravity is due to this plane surface. The weight of the this plane which is acting at a particular point due to the center of gravity. But center of pressure is due to this liquid also. The fluid is there above this is acting at one particular point, at the total pressure force is acting at this particular point. That is nothing but your center of pressure. So you are going to estimate your H star. Okay, and now you know what is the diameter of the plate. D is equal to 1.5 meter, and the area is also known to you. And H bar is, you know what is H bar? H bar is, this is going to be your H bar, 3 meter. And the total pressure is F is equal to, you know the equation for total pressure, F is equal to 7. F is equal to rho G into A into H bar. Now this rho is 1000 into 9.81 into A is already I have computed here into H bar is 3 meter. So you are getting what is your F here. Okay. And now your center of pressure. Now your center of pressure is nothing but H bar is H star is equal to IG divided by A H bar. Some noise is there. Who is there? Okay. Now H star is equal to Ig by A H bar plus H bar. Now H star is equal to, so this is center of pressure which you are going to find out, center of pressure. So now here Ig is with reference to center of gravity. So Ig is equal to pi d power 4 by 64. So you can calculate what is your Ig here. So Ig is pi d power 4 by 64. You can estimate D is 1.5 because the diameter is given as 1.5 meter, and you can find out what is Ig. Then substitute here A into H bar. H bar is 3 meter. A is also already you found out. Now this is going to be the H. So this H star is 3.04 meter, which is below the free surface. Okay, and your pressure force is 52,000 kilo Newton, or you can say 52 kilonewton is going to be your pressure force. Is it clear? Are you following it up?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now I will give you one problem. So please work out the problem. Just write down the problem. You don't know down the problem and find out. Determine the total pressure and depth of center of pressure of a plane rectangular of a plane rectangular surface of 1 meter wide and 2 meter deep. When its upper edge is horizontal. And question number 1 coincides with water surface. And question number B 2 meter below. Question is visible to you? You please work out and tell me. Determine the total pressure and center of pressure of a plane rectangular surface of 1 meter wide and 2 meter deep when its upper edge is horizontal and coincides with the water surface. Okay. So 1 meter wide and 2 meter deep. So it will be like this: 1 meter wide, 2 meter deep. Either it is coinciding with the water surface, that is case 1, and in case 2, it is 2 meter below the. So you have to find what is H star and okay. Can you do it? Bhavya?
Yes,
Bhavya, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me the answer? Yeah, can you do it?
Ma'am,
No problem, you can
total
work out
pressure.
and tell me.
Yes.
There are 2 cases, no issues. Just calculate. Please have the notebook with you. Don't think that everything is available on the video and we can see the video. Unless otherwise you have the practice of writing, you will not be able to do the problems. You please have the habit of writing in the notebook everyday class. Maybe for cross-checking, you can see the video and the materials. Otherwise, please have a habit of taking the notes just like how you do it in the class. That will be easy for you. Otherwise, you will be facing difficulties. As I told you, this is a problematic subject. It is very difficult for you.
Ma'am, for the first part, the force is 19620 newtons.
Okay.
And
19620, 19 kilonewtons.
yes, ma'am, 19.6 kilonewtons.
Okay.
And the center of pressure is 1.33 meters below the water surface.
19.62 kilonewton. And H star is?
1.33 meters, 133
Yes.
centimeters from the water surface.
Okay. Then the next problem here. Bhavya, tell me the answer. I asked you, right?
Ma'am, second one, the total pressure is 58000 newtons.
58 kilonewton.
Yes.
So, it's okay. Then, let's start. Bhavya, what happened?
Ma'am, I'm getting it as 3.1 meters. 3.11 meters.
Okay. Amit?
Yes,
Amit?
ma'am, 3.11 meters. The same answer I am also getting.
Okay. Anybody is getting different answers?
Same.
So if it is same, okay, fine. So if it is a classroom, I normally used to check everybody's notebook whether you are doing it or not. But now I cannot do it, which means that you are the loser. Please don't try to fool yourself. Okay. Shall we do one more problem, or shall I give you one problem and do it and show me the results tomorrow? Okay. I will give you one more problem. Maybe we can.
சொல்லுங்க பேசிட்டேன் அனுப்பிச்சுடுங்க
Is it okay?
சொல்லுங்க
So note out this problem. Okay. Okay, that's the problem. Anybody can tell the answer? Shall I call anybody?
Ma'am, 3.046 meters.
3.0468.
3 point. That is your H star.
Yes, ma'am. 3.0468 meters.
Force is 52 kilonewtons. 52 kilonewtons.
52 kilonewtons. Okay. That was equal to 52 kilonewton. H star 3.6 meter.
3.046.
3.421.
Two different answers. Any other answer?
3.0468 meters.
Three point. Somebody was telling something. One is 3.064.
0468.
Okay. Another answer. Everyone is getting pressure same.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. H star, you check it. Otherwise, I will do it. And I need your comments. Am I too fast or slow or anything, any modification you require? You please tell me so that I don't know whether. Sudarshan or Tilak.
Yes, ma'am.
How do you feel? Am I too fast or too slow?
Ma'am, you're ideal, ma'am.
Is it okay? It's okay for you.
Yeah. Ask the feedback from class also.
Okay. You get the feedback whether if there is any changes required, we will accordingly change.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, then We will wind up here. We will meet next week. Regarding tests, I will tell you. If test is there, I will inform you. Okay. I will
Ma'am,
notify.
Ma'am, please
So
send
it's
this.
not on Monday.
Shall we have it on Monday? If you are interested, we will have it. No issues.
No, ma'am. As you tell us. I was
Shall
just asking, is it on Monday or not?
No, if you are ready, I can have it. No issues.
No,
At least
ma'am.
one test we will have it.
We have to ask for like every classmate should say this. Not
Okay. Maybe we will restrict to properties of fluids and pressure measurements. Okay.
Ma'am, please send this notes, ma'am.
Okay. This yesterday and that is only one document. I will send it now.
I think 3 classes notes is pending, ma'am.
Yeah.
Third lecture
I will
and
send.
fifth, sixth.
Yes, that is only one.
Okay.
That is only one is available.
Ma'am.
Tell me.
Ma'am, that pressure measurement section would include the manometers or not?
But do you want any assignments for manometers and properties of fluids so that you will have a feeling of doing the problems?
Ma'am, we'll have assignment first, then test, ma'am.
Okay. Then I will send you an assignment.
Yes,
maybe
ma'am. It will be good. It will be good if you get the assignment first, then the test.
Okay. Then I will send the assignment by today. Maybe you take 2-3 days of time. Monday or Tuesday you submit. We will have the test in the weekend. Either Friday or Saturday.
Okay.
Anyway, it is online only. I am planning for some LMS only. Either through Google Classroom or something like that. Okay. I am not giving you writing the problems and doing that. So, okay. You have to do it through some LMS platform I will assign. So now you drive the assignment problems, then I will give you. Okay. Conduct the test. Sudarshan, what is your roll number? 10. Sudarshan.
Ma'am, 10311911, ma'am.
Okay. 1031
19111.
I will send the document.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.